let's go over NVIDIA, guys. So just to give you a disclaimer, I am in NVIDIA at 114, guys, right? So I have a position in NVIDIA since 114, and I have more orders in NVIDIA down at the $90 range, okay? So this is a long-term position for me, but I want to let you guys know as well that I do see some cautionary signs here with the price action, right? And I want to sort of align with you. So typically, with uptrends, guys, right, we typically have 5 waves that go up. 1, 2 that goes down, 3, 4, and then 5 that goes up. Once that 5th wave comes up, we have a typical correction, ABC correction, okay? So what I'm seeing with NVIDIA right now is that I do see a wave 1, 2, 3 coming up, 4 coming down, and NVIDIA working on this last 5th wave for the red, right? And it's getting awfully sort of close to a top formation that I'm seeing, okay? We have basically bearish divergence cutting across the weekly time frame. You can see that we're making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, while we're making higher highs, and if this 5th wave goes up, that's another higher high with higher lows on the indicators, which signals to me that there is buyer exhaustion, right? There's buyer exhaustion, which means that there's loss of momentum coming up to these levels, right? You can take some trend lines as well, right? We're on this black trend line at the bottom supporting the price. We're also coming up to sort of a black resistance point here, right? And this is very typical of an ending diagonal, guys, right? An ending diagonal is when we have price action that coils up like this, right, before it drops down, right? I'm starting to see that is sort of what I'm seeing in terms of a top pattern here in NVIDIA. So in my opinion, guys, you need to be very careful not to overexpose yourself around these levels, right? You sort of want to wait and see, not overexpose. You can get in, right, if this is a long-term position, but I just caution you guys that you want to make sure you take a look at sort of this upper trend line that's cutting across soon. All right, and let's take a look at sort of where the 5th wave, if we do make a higher high, where does this land, right? So let's take the last pivot point. So we're taking the inverse fibs. All right, I'm going to take another inverse fibs from this pivot low. Okay, so it looks like we could end up maybe around 164, guys, up to, if it extends, to 189. All right, so just be mindful that this is sort of the target that I have for this 5th wave, right? And if it starts extending, I'd be very cautious, guys. I'd be very cautious to sort of overexpose, especially if you're going to long around those levels, right? You sort of want to see a dip a little bit before you get in, all right? And typically, guys, when we do have a correction, right, let's say we do have this ABC correction, all right? Corrections like to end at the last primary wave 4. So what does that mean? Well, corrections like to end where the wave 4s ended in the last primary cycle. So you can see from this level to this level here, right, 4 and 4, this is a good area to actually have a buy, right, and if NVIDIA comes back down. So anywhere between 90s to 80s, this is a beautiful, beautiful position on NVIDIA if we do get that break towards the downside, right? Just be careful, guys, at these levels. If I take a look at sort of get rid of these drawings as well, right? I'm going to get rid of these drawings, and then I'm going to inverse the scale. Okay, so when I inverse the scale, guys, it does look like a bottoming pattern as well, right? It does look like this is coming to a bottom. Okay, sort of like this, that could happen. And this is, of course, an inverse head and shoulders here. That could occur. All right, so just be cautious, guys. Just be very cautious here. You know, my job is to not only make you a lot of money, but also to save you guys a lot of money as well. All right, so just be cautious in NVIDIA, especially with this earnings coming up. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll update you guys every single day. Don't worry. And see you guys in Discord if you guys want